All right then.
All right, moving on to the Bobrisky and VDM situation right now. So I'm just going to read out some of the things that are trending with regards to the story now. So first, a prison official has told the House of Reps members how the prison comptroller directed him to move Bobrisky out of his correctional center following some threats. So I think that's where the situation of it was taken to a VIP.
So he also said something about him having female body features.
But
Yes,
even
that was
the threat that he mentioned, threat from who? Is it from
maybe the inmates, maybe
from outsiders? Because the House of Reps members were trying to get that detail.
Yes.
Why the urgency?
Yeah.
Which kind of threat? Did you see people trying to? And he did not quite expatiate on that.
He did not. He did not. He did not. So you also mentioned that Bobrisky has female features, which is why they kept him in a special loan cell. And he mentioned it that he had breasts. He said it.
Oh, he had breasts.
Yes,
Wow.
the guy said it there.
But you remember when we talked about this thing?
No, we're
That's
talking
why-
about
that time.
We're talking about him owning a vagina.
No.
That was the start of the conversation. If his penis was still
No,
intact.
it started with was he male or female, and then the court quoted that he had in the court he had said he's male, and then when they took him into custody, they discovered that he had a penis. And
Okay.
then why didn't he at that time say he had a penis? But they made it seem like he was perfectly
okay,
male.
like he was a man.
Yes. You remember now, everybody now started saying, oh, we even started saying maybe he was wearing
Silicone or something.
Yes.
You don't think that the breasts were some sort of body double?
No. They said it now. A medical examiner examined
examined him.
and
Yes.
determined
That he had breasts.
So this one is not like something he was wearing.
Okay.
Why are you
No.
That look.
I should stop.
Okay.
Okay, so there's another guy, one of the correctional facility officer, who mentioned that he's yet to receive a suspension letter, Michael Anugwa, because they are saying that some of these officers have been suspended. Some senior officers have been suspended over the bribery allegations regarding Bobrisky's case. But he's saying that he does not have a letter to back that suspension.
There's a social
he
media.
heard about his own suspension on social
social
media.
Have you
media.
seen the update to that?
Is there an update to
Yes.
that? So what's the
That's
update to that?
Yes, the correctional center put out a release saying that it's a lie, that they actually suspended them. They restated the names of the people who were suspended and said that guy's action amounted to gross misconduct.
He coming out to say that it was a social media suspension, that in real life he wasn't suspended.
Exactly, because they said that they had actually also inaugurated the committee, the investigative committee. They did that just yesterday in the minister's office, so that it was inaccurate and false for the guy to claim that the suspension actually happened.
Wow.
And
So what's his office in the NCOS?
I think he was his
Deputy
deputy controller general.
Oh, so
and he
he's
was
top
one
tier.
of the people.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
It's top tier.
Ah.
And then the EFCC has also come out to talk about how there was no 15 million naira situation in the mix.
You see, that
it was
just made
thorough
that situation die
investigation.
down. You see, the EFCC part is
No, it did
totally...
not- it did not make
it
it
is,
die
because
down.
you know what they said?
That's what they're saying.
No, they're saying that they actually investigated and struck out the whole thing.
Yes, the money
You
laundering
know,
charge.
so it's not on them anymore. You can't now confidently say that some of their officers took monies.
Kebuki, if they are trying to hide it, of course
Yeah.
they will come and say nobody. Let me paint a scenario.
Yeah.
So, what the EFCC said is that Bobrisky's company was not registered, and hence he could not have been charged for money laundering. That was why they legally removed it. But the thing is, if you have corrupt officers who want to exploit the person or extort money from the person, knowing that this person cannot be charged, Bobrisky didn't know. Up until the point that they withdrew the charge, he didn't know. So an officer can choose to ride on that knowledge and extort money from Bobrisky. The EFCC saying they did not. They
And
did
that
not.
they were the ones themselves. So it puts back the blame. It puts back everything on Bobrisky. Where did you come out? Where did you
Who did you pay that?
No, that's if you believe them. What if this is some type of cover-up?
Charity, what I'm saying
the official
now is that
statement from the EFCC says this.
No, 15 million.
But take it with a pinch of salt.
So
is what I'm saying.
What I'm really saying right now is that Nigerians before now were thinking that, with this whole development, we are going to fish out people from the EFCC. That one is dead right now, with the EFCC coming out to say the actual picture of the situation is that we struck it out. And there was no such thing.
Unfortunately, I think there are some people who will not be surprised at this, because there were some people who called for an independent investigation
into the matter.
Not the EFCC investigating itself, because it would find ways to make itself look like the saints that didn't do anything wrong, which was why some people suggested that a third party should conduct those investigations to truly find out what happened. So I'm not saying, of course, they are an institution.
So,
they are supposed to fight corruption. So they want to project the best image possible, right? I'm just taking it with a pinch. The fact that he said that is what it is does not really mean that is what it is.
But my angle, I understand the whole, your thoughts on the matter and what your take is. But what I'm saying right now is that whole angle of this whole fiasco is dead.
I don't think so.
Except if you believe that an independent investigator, or independent investigations of the EFCC would look into the matter, would choose to go ahead and say, okay, regardless of what the EFCC has said now, that lie, we will still, look into the matter to see. If that's not the case, then that whole aspect is gone.
See, this issue has a lot of moving parts. This whole thing got to the limelight because somebody spoke or somebody released the video.
Yeah.
Somebody can provide some other type of information in the nearest future that would point.
Well, in the nearest future, but well in the nearest future, But as it stands right now, or as it were right now, it's looking libelous.
For
Bobrisky now.
It was not Bobrisky that said it now.
It was the audio
Bobrisky
now.
Bobrisky said the audio is AI generated. So people cannot even put it on.
If you take out that AI generated part and say it's a lie, you are crazy. This is your voice we heard. It can't be AI. Somebody even responded to what you said was AI generated. You understand? Because Nigerians have stopped talking about that AI generated part now. So at the end of the day, it means that you were saying what was wrong. What was a lie, really? You were lying.
I think what the EFCC needs to answer is that...
And it was defamatory.
That is, if he lied about it.
But the EFCC has come out to say no such. Leave your angle. Leave your angle now. You know why we should leave your angle? Because the anti-graft agency has come out to say that, we struck it out. Where did he come up with the 15M that you're saying that?
Bobrisky did not say EFCC as an institution collected 15 million.
He
said EFCC officials demanded 15 million to drop the case. So what the EFCC needs to tell us is it possible that even if they illegally dropped the charges, somebody could have exploited their staff member, could have exploited Bob and extorted 15 million. That's what they need to answer. Is that a possibility?
I get your angle.
No, you don't get it.
No, I get your angle. I really do get your angle, But, well, let's see if, like you said, in the nearest future, somebody may come up that may open up and say, "Na lie, you guys may have struck it out, but one of the people who works with the EFCC, one of the officials of the EFCC, actually went behind to still collect money." But for now, we do not know that.
The EFCC has not even shown the investigation it conducted for it to come to that point where it can categorically say that, because that's what they are saying is what probably might have happened. They figured out the details, saw that Bob's company was not registered, realized that they could not charge him for money.
No, you're alleging this actually.
I'm speculating.
You're speculating.
Yes.
You're speculating that this may be what may have played out.
Exactly.
But
somebody has alleged, somebody that was in that room alleged against the EFCC officials that some of it collected 15 million. The person alleged it.
Alleged.
Yes. And it's all allegations because it has not been proven. But for the person who said it, it was the truth. We have to say alleged because we don't know yet. The other person is denying.
Who's this person who said?
It's Bobrisky now.
I beg.
Is it not Bobrisky that is in the eye of
If somebody is claiming that an audio, a real life audio, was
now you talk and say we don't focus on AI generated
was AI generated, then any part of that whole audio recording
you had already said that we're not focusing on that. We're not focusing on that. Nigerians did not even accept it because it was his voice that they heard there. That was just something he was saying to deflect from the real issue.
It's a crazy situation right now. You know, I was shocked, hearing that the NCOS officer came out to say that, there was no such suspension in real life.
Can you imagine?
It was just a social media suspension. And hours after that, the NCOS is bringing out a statement saying, what do you mean by... So what do we believe again?
I even saved that.
You wonder what we should believe.
No institution wants to be painted in the bad light. Everybody will try to do some PR and damage control right now. So everything anybody is doing at this moment, you have to realize that there's some part of trying to manage the situation going on. The EFCC is not going to come and say, our officials collected, even if they know that the officials, they are not going to come and say it. Maybe they would treat it, but knowing what we know about public institutions, nobody would take that with their full chest in public. They will try to find a way to all make it, maybe punish the people in silence, dismiss them silently.
You are alleging this, Sha. You are speculating. I beg you. You know why I'm punctuating? No, I'm punctuating you. I'm punctuating. Oh, yeah, Kate.
Okay,
let's move on.
So, VDM has apologized to Femi Falana. He said apparently now some people are taking the advantage of what is going on to target